Hey, go. Don't give up. Don't ever give up, man.
Coming around, little Mr. Rogers. Will you be my neighbor?
I am ready to talk
Thank you so much
basketball.
for hanging out with us tonight on our First Amendment Sports YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. Doug Martin's in the house.
Hello.
I'm about to get started here on another episode of the HotBox, and you feeling all right there? You good?
Yeah, I'm a little hot under the collar, man. I got some stuff to get off my chest, man. I got my towel today.
All right, here we go.
I'm looking at Strack over there. Strack's real happy. Huh?
Yeah, you started?
No, man, it's your man over here, man.
Oh, it's your man over here. I see how it is. Welcome, everybody, to the basement on another Tuesday night. I'm Ken Meringolo on behalf of First Amendment Sports. I'd like to say happy Tuesday to Darren McLinton.
I'm in the building. I got some things to say. Knock it off.
I see you got your towel, man.
I'm
Last couple
back.
weeks you
Towel
haven't
back.
had it, man.
I'm back.
Trying, all right.
He's Kevin McLinton.
Let's have a good one tonight, fellas. I'm excited, man. We got a lot to talk about. A whole lot of things to talk about.
Welcoming back to the show, Doug Martin.
Appreciate you having me.
We will get things started, as we always do on the Audible, with a chest unburdening. Lead us off.
Listen, y'all. Jared Allen. He's a former 5-time Pro Bowl defensive end.
He was good,
Jared
too.
Allen,
He was real good.
along with former Rams quarterback Mark Bulger, ex-linebacker Keith Bullock, and ex-offensive lineman Michael Roos. They have dubbed themselves the All-Pro Curling Team.
What?
Curling team. Okay, this is their second career. This is how they're going to transition into the second part of their.
Are they winning?
No. They are aspiring
Okay, curlers.
to make it to the 2022 Beijing Winter Games.
So far, I'm very much on board with their efforts.
No, knock it off, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, man. These are physical guys, man. These, you're playing the most physical sport outside of boxing that there is, right? You're used to knocking people around or major collisions. Let me tell you what kind of bumps in the road that they've come across. Slipping while shaving the ice.
Yeah. What's the injury?
Better footwear.
Hey, listen, man. Listen.
Any injuries?
They hired 2010 curling Olympian John Benton as a coach.
Sounds smart.
Because they want to make it to the 2022. They
Dude,
said
I
they
think
know
you
it's
need to knock it off about dashing these guys' dreams.
No, man. Listen, man. These guys made a living bashing heads, throwing touchdowns, blocking people, and now you. Hey, man, knock it off, man.
I'm saying, I'm
look,
all in. I'm
curling. It's the. I'm sorry, any curling fans out. That's the worst sport and the most boring sport.
It's not.
In all the Olympic Games.
Better than dancing, like gymnastic
It's worse
dancing.
than equestrian. The speed walking,
like synchronized diving.
The speed walking. Man, it's worse than all of that, man. Knock it off, Allen and your crew.
Dude, the Olympics are full of terrible sports. Curling is not
Curling's
even
the worst.
on the bottom half. You don't.
If you don't have a clicker in your hand while you are watching curling, if you go all the way to the next commercial break, knock it off yourself.
Dude, there's a whole thing where people twirl ribbons for medals every 4 years.
Knock it off, man. What y'all got, man?
Hey, go ahead.
Do y'all know who Anthony Posey is?
He used to play for the. He assistant coach
James
for Cleveland.
Posey.
Oh, my bad.
Is he related to James Posey?
I don't know, but if he's related to James Posey, James might want to get away from him, man. Okay?
All right.
Anthony Posey from New Orleans, okay? He went to a place called Willie's Chicken Shack.
Okay.
All right. He went to Willie's. You know, he wanted to get himself some
Shout out to
chicken.
Willie's.
Yeah, Willie.
So
yeah,
far,
we'll
this
talk a little about
understand everything going
man.
on.
All right, in the French Quarter of New Orleans. So Posey walks into Willie's Chicken Shack and tells the female manager that he's getting ready to blow the bathroom up.
Goodness.
Okay, now,
Yep.
That's some dynamite chicken, man.
Before he ate.
you know what I mean? I don't know if it
Before
was before he ate or after he ate or whatever, but he told the manager he was going to blow the bathroom up.
Okay.
Okay, now, we all men here, we
Yes.
all understand kind of what that means. And so
I know exactly what that
You know what I
means.
mean? I'm about to blow the bathroom. I'm about to blow it up. I'm about to blow it
I
up.
only know
All
of
right.
one meaning to that.
Right. That's the only one I know. Okay. I mean,
Number
get
two.
It in, man. It's gonna be a minute.
Hashtag
Right.
two.
Right.
Yeah, possibly
You
a
gonna
number
be
with a
minute,
number
man.
3 supersize.
Yeah.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 35, 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
All right. So that's kind of where we at. So apparently in this day and age, you can't say that. Okay. You can't say that. That's
No,
not,
you
know,
cannot.
You can't say that.
You cannot.
So he told the manager that, and the manager proceeds to tell her general manager that this dude is in here threatening to blow the place up.
Yeah.
So
And she's right.
Knock it off, manager. You know what that means.
so
Do not
Hold
call
up.
the laws.
Is he-
You don't
is
call
he
the
on-
laws. No.
Is he on the toilet when the
So he
SWAT team comes
I
in?
have no idea. I have no idea. They don't go into those kind of specifics, but he got arrested. He got arrested. He got charged with 2 counts of communicating false information of planned arson.
Okay. Now here's my only saving
He's
grace
doing
for
court,
that
man.
manager.
He has to appear in court.
I don't know how Willie's Chicken Shack is laid out. If the bathroom is not off khaki corner way back to the left, and if it's kind of near the kitchen,
Definitely khaki
if
corner.
it's near the kitchen, then you got a problem. But if it's around the corner way back over to the left,
Khaki
you gotta
corner. You got a
let
problem,
Posey do
man.
his thing, man. You gotta let Posey go do his thing. Long as you fully stocked with the paper.
So let me ask you a question. So when you in court and they protect talking about these charges, what do you say, man? What do you say, man? What's your when
Your
you get up-
Honor, Willie got some good chicken, man. Hey, Willie got some good chicken. Yeah, they got Texas Pete right here next to the salt and pepper shaker. They
It's
got
the worst
Crystal. You got
PR
everything
ever.
you need.
It's the worst
Hey.
PR. If you're the manager, like you just want it to go away because all they're saying is a guy was literally arrested coming out of the handicap
coming
stall
out of
on
the bathroom,
in a
man.
situation where he was looking to dominate. Hey,
A 5-piece dog will give you 2 thighs and 3 legs,
and 3 to 5 years.
and it's like heaven. You hear me?
Now look, we've had
Hey,
some
Posey,
bad knock-it-offs.
I'm just saying.
We've had some bad knock-it-offs.
Yep.
I mean that one.
You can't use that verbiage. You cannot use that
You cannot
verbiage.
use that verbiage. You can't
Just say don't
that
come
nowadays.
don't come back over here,
Right.
khaki
Just let
corner.
me get
for
over
the
here
next
for a minute. I'm
half
gonna
an
be here
hour.
for a
Just
minute.
say that.
Right.
There we go.
Right.
Yeah, but knock it off, manager.
Knock it
Knock
off. Knock
Don't
it
call
off.
the
Knock it off.
laws.
Yeah, you
don't
can't
call
call
the
the law,
authorities.
That's about as bad as the dude. Remember the dude that got called, that got arrested for setting it when the police came because he set a hard screen in that pickup game. Remember that in LA?
Oh yes.
We've had some doozies, man. We've had some
Yes.
doozies from knocking
There
off.
was a video. We had the video of it. There was
Yes.
of them
Yeah.
having the cops showing up.
Call the
Yeah.
police for
Yeah.
hard screen.
Knock it off. Knock it off. Willie's Chicken Shack. That's
Manager.
terrible, man. Manager.
Just the manager.
Just the manager.
Because Willie's all right.
Yeah, that could have been settled between her and him. You know what? Come on,
It's
man.
still
Just
weird to tell some random
Courtesy flush. Courtesy
random
flush.
person.
And we all right. Just courtesy flush.
None of you guys, even if it was okay to let the manager of a restaurant know that you're about to blow up the bathroom when you know for sure they know you're talking about taking
He
a
probably
dump,
needed the key.
it's still a weird
Yeah,
thing to
you're
just
right.
like drop on a
You're
random
right.
stranger, a
That's
woman.
how it started.
Like you wouldn't just say that.
But I
I need
mean,
the keys
he
'cause
might
I'm
have been
gonna
on
blow
some
it up.
sip. He could have been sipping real good. You don't know what it was, but I mean, he goes in there and he said, "Look, I'm getting ready to blow it up. I'm getting ready to blow the bathroom
Check it
up.
out. Check
With
this
a
out.
I'm gonna be in there for
Hey, yo,
a minute.
check
I'm
this
gonna be
out.
in there for a minute. You know what I mean? Because
About
it was
to blow
probably
up
it
that
could have been.
bathroom.
Listen, it could have been one of those bathrooms that would just have one toilet. You know how you close the door,
Yeah.
you can lock it.
Lock
Yeah.
it.
You know what I mean? Some restaurants you have multiple stalls. This one might have just one door.
Some of them
and
like
it's
put
in
all
there.
like the bread trays in there. I'm like, why? Wait, I can't eat in here now.
Right.
You have food in the men's room.
Right, and that sounds like one of the places where you just lock the door and look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in here I'm about to blow the bathroom up.
It is also New Orleans.
But here's the thing, though.
So I'm just saying that's just
Here's the thing. There's a difference between asking for the key to the bathroom and looking like this, or I'm going to blow this bathroom up. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody looking suspicious, okay, there might be something brewing there. But if somebody tells you they can ready to blow it up, that means
But you saying you blowing the bathroom up?
just
Not the
just
whole
test
restaurant.
Not the whole restaurant. It's you. I'm getting ready to blow the bathroom up. Now you look at the dude's mugshot, man.
the bathroom
Like,
might be right by the kitchen, man. Tell the head chef, listen.
You might want to water down the extra hot.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
know,
guy in
That
some
is
pain
terrible,
next door
man.
to you.
That's terrible, man.
Give
All
me,
right,
give me a towel. Give me a towel. Put down by the.
I had to get that out, man.
Under
I had
the
to get
door.
that out, man. Dude got a. That's terrible, man.
It's bad.
My knock it off will get us right into the Wizards portion of the night because as terrible as they are, they're a game and a half out of the playoffs. Where the season ends today, this
20
early,
games.
which doesn't matter. A game and a half out of the playoffs.
20 games into the season.
24, I believe, for the Wizards. So over a quarter.
Right.
And 2 games out of first place in the most ridiculously terrible Southeast Division. The path to the playoffs for the Washington Wizards is wide
Ken, what are you getting at?
open, and I'm saying knock it off to people who want to. I understand.
Wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't even do it, Ken.
Don't do
even
that.
Do it.
Here,
don't
here's-
even
Knock
do
it off, Ken.
No,
Knock
hold
it
on,
off, Ken,
hold
what
on.
I think you're about to say, but go
I'm
ahead.
not canceling.
Let me let you finish.
I'm not canceling our standing blow it up order. I'm not canceling it. But what I am saying is knock it off to people who don't look at this Wizards team and see a team that can absolutely 100% make the playoffs out of this subpar Eastern Conference and out of the Southeast Division, where right now the Orlando Magic, who are at 12-12, are leading this division ahead of the 11-12 Charlotte Hornets. You can't beat those guys over 82 games with Wall, Beal, and Porter and Green.
What seed are we currently?
9. We're 9 seed.
Ninth. How
we,
far are
and
we out of?
we underneath the
A
little
game and a
line. You know
half.
the little line they got?
Yeah.
We're underneath that
Yeah,
line.
a game and a half out of the 8th spot.
Game and a half out.
We right below that line right there. man.
Now, I told you all last time that we were just coming off of a win against a Pelicans team with no AD. And then we won. We beat the Rockets in overtime with no Chris Paul.
Yep.
Right?
And Harden
So
went
the
for like 54.
Harden went for 54. The next 2 games were Pelicans with AD
Got
minus
smacked by
25.
Got smacked
Yep.
by 21.
and the Sixers
Got smacked by 25.
minus 25.
Then you come back
We're
and
on
you
a
play
2-game winning streak right now, though.
against the Nets and the Knicks. Okay?
Yeah.
New
And
York,
so
New York,
you're
New York.
5-5 in you're 5-5 in your last 10 games. Okay? That's who
Right.
they are, man. That's who they're going to be all year long.
Guess what? You can win the Southeast Division doing that. That's
No,
what
you
I'm trying
can't,
to
bro.
say.
No, you can't.
Who's going to be
Ken.
good in this division?
Ken, knock it off,
Oh,
man.
come on, man.
Knock it off.
I'm not saying it makes them good. I'm just
Doug,
saying,
what you think,
how are they
man?
not going to make the playoffs?
Making the playoffs,
Homegrown Washingtonian.
making the playoffs in the East doesn't mean anything. You know, when you're a 6, 7, 8 seed,
But those teams still are in the playoffs.
2 home games,
Yeah.
and get swept out the playoffs, and then you get a bad draft choice.
Yeah, but who are they playing? If you don't believe in the East, that means anyone can win.
No, anyone can win East. Toronto or Boston.
Toronto, Boston.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
I hope y'all are Milwaukee Bucks believers. Are y'all yet?
I'm gonna
I
tell
know you are, Ken. I know.
I am.
What do you think?
I am.
Greek Freak is he leading right now?
And they lead the league in threes, too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Bud has them playing wide open. It's an exciting brand of basketball. They score the most points.
Yeah, they have the highest point differential
Point
positive
differential.
of any team in the league, plus 10.
You know, they've got a couple guys that are in contract years, so you're going to get the best out of them or try the attempt. You
And
know,
got a new arena coming next year, too.
yeah. No, now.
Oh, it's now?
They
They
just
just moved
moved
into
into it.
And they haven't played their best basketball over
ProServe
the last
Arena.
10.
It's nice.
6-4. They're probably a little bit better than that. When they're going to feast on the East. That's what's going to happen to these teams. Toronto and Milwaukee specifically.
Here's my
argument
thing,
with the
man.
Wizards,
Here's
No, but
here's my
the
thing.
Wizards can still make the playoffs out of a
you can't
a
be-
top
But
heavy conference.
that's all you're looking
Who
for.
they
That's what we're
feasting
looking
on?
for nowadays.
Who are they feasting on in the East?
This,
Who-
I mean,
who-
no. My
So,
thing. Let me ask
Atlanta,
y'all. Let me ask y'all
4
this. Is this what we're?
Oh,
This is
who
what
we
we've
are.
come
What
to?
you got?
Yeah.
Orlando,
This is what
Charlotte,
we've come to.
Miami, and Atlanta.
But we
Before the
can't beat
season,
Orlando.
people
You
were
can't beat
talking
Orlando.
about trying to
Not yet.
They
make
haven't
it to the
beat
Eastern
Orlando.
Conference Finals for the Wizards.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This is what we've come to. We'll get them in the playoffs.
Well, this is the kind of effort we started off with. So you set the
Here's
tone
the
by not
problem.
playing
I'm gonna tell you
defense,
this. That's what I'm
not
saying.
bringing
This is
it
our
every
team.
night.
No, but I'm saying this. They don't play hard, man. They don't play hard.
That's flaws.
They don't. They are 28th in the league in points allowed. Out of 30 teams, they're 28th. They are 20th in field goal percentage allowed.
I don't want to trade
They're
Bradley Beal.
26th in three-point field goal
Our
percentage
rim
allowed.
protector, Hindpot's hurt. Our rim protector is out for what, 2 to 3 months?
And Mahatsky cannot handle his business.
The most
No, Mahinmi
overpaid
doesn't even play
player,
anymore.
Mahinmi.
No, he doesn't even play anymore.
Yeah.
And our starting center, who? Thomas Bryant?
Brian.
Brian. Yeah.
Juice. I don't want to
Bringing
trade Bradley
energy.
Beal.
He played
I
like
don't
the
want to
first
trade
4
Bradley
minutes.
Beal. That's the only way the blow up works for the Washington Wizards right now because we can't get rid of Wall. We can't find someone who's ready to take him on that contract yet. The person with the most value, who we can get the most back for, is Bradley Beal, and I don't want to trade
So
him.
when we have this conversation in a couple months later on in the spring, and we're sitting around looking at the Eastern Conference, and the Wizards are right around hovering around 7th and 8th seed, are we going to be content with that?
I'll trade John Wall. As soon as someone comes at me with the right
No,
offer,
I'm saying, are
making
we
that
content
move.
with them being
Hey,
the 7th
the
or 8th
right
seed?
offer. He has 17
I know.
kids. You remember when I told you the analogy?
John Wall?
John Wall is like a really
Rogers-
nice looking
Antonio
woman
Rogers
that
Cromartie?
has 17 kids.
This should be a knock it off.
Hey,
Knock it off, John
and
Wall.
I forgot about the 15% kicker in his contract.
Oh yeah, no, he's spicy. He gets spicy for like next 4 years. That's what I'm saying. But if
So
someone
somebody
came,
comes with the right offer, they
There is no
have
right
to.
offer.
They will have to want to take on all
there's
17 of them kids,
people,
though.
Darren, there's people saying there's a couple of teams in the league that very well may be interested. I think Phoenix was listed as one. There are people who would consider it. Listen, you guys all know how the salary cap in professional sports works. Today's
Utah.
most expensive player is
Utah, the only place
3
that
years
had
from now is like medium
20-something
tier guy.
kids,
The Wolves.
yes.
I know,
Excuse
Ken.
me.
I,
You know
Ken,
what I'm talking
I know what you're saying, but
There's
John Wall has to get out of here.
San Antonio.
San Antonio would be a great team. John
talked
Wall
about him.
has to leave this area.
Yes.
San Antonio's
You know
not-
what I
San
mean?
Antonio- Pop
They're not
will
gonna
hold
pay
him accountable to. He can't take off
And that's what,
possessions
and
like
that's
he
what
does
he
here.
needs.
You got to play
Yes,
defense.
He is the worst off the ball defender I've ever seen.
That's his pathway to Team USA, by the way.
That's a big statement.
I've
He's worse
ever
off the
seen.
ball. Yeah.
Because he doesn't. He's
not engaged.
He's
I'm
not
off the hook.
engaged.
I was the worst off the ball defender.
He's not
I'm
engaged.
off the hook.
He's not engaged off the ball. Now on the ball, he's pretty good. Off the ball, if you just watch him, he's not engaged at all in regards to where he's supposed to be, where his positioning is,
Guys,
and that hurts him. That hurts him.
Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, and we're going to touch on college briefly, but Houston aren't they below 500 right now?
Yeah.
Are they going to turn it around? That's one question.
Yeah.
Also, the Pelicans, I thought they were going to be doing better than they are right now. I know AD has had, and he stays hurt. You know what I mean? He can't give you 82 games. He can't even give you 70 games. And he's an MVP candidate every time he steps on the floor. But the West, it's shaking up a little bit. I knew the Thunder, and now that's my squad. Right. I knew the Thunder.
But the Nuggets are surprising.
The Nuggets are surprising.
The Nuggets are super surprising.
I thought that Utah was going to be a little better than they are right now.
Second worst in the West.
The West kind of isn't shaping up. What you call it? It's lost 4 out of 5. Portland, after starting off, like gangbusters.
Look,
So
let everybody get it in. Let everybody get their little wins in. Okay? Because Golden State, listen, Steph just got back. Draymond will be back soon. Yeah.
you forgetting about Jason Voorhees now. I told you about LeBron James
No.
and these Lakers.
I told you about LeBron James. They're a 5 seed, 14-9 right now. If
14
they were
and 9. They haven't been that far above 500 since when?
7 of their last
Kobe.
10.
Since like
Kobe.
the Bean. Okay, so we all
So
know
what do you-
about
what do you- so
Mamba
what are you saying?
mentality.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, Jason Voorhees, aka King James,
Yeah.
is doing. They're doing some things in LA now. They are doing some things. Brandon Ingram he feeling himself right now. Josh Hart is playing
Well,
You know,
he's playing
very well.
Caldwell Pope is playing well.
Yes, Caldwell Pope, Kuzma, and Lonzo Ball. I think that Rajon Rondo getting hurt, it helps their situation
Yes, it
because
does.
he's doing a lot of coaching on the sidelines, which they wanted him to do as a kind of like a
Mentor.
player coach, mentor to Lonzo. He's giving Lonzo, he don't have to look over his shoulder and letting him play a little bit, gaining some trust from LeBron. And I think the two injuries in the West that have helped the situation is Roberson in OKC. Now Westbrook and
Schroeder.
They're getting
Playing
some
together.
continuity. They're
Yeah,
playing
playing
together,
together, yeah.
and that's probably what they wanted to do. Once it gets down to butter popcorn time in the latter half of the season, but it's happening early, and they're getting the continuity that I think is going to help. And then Roberson is going to be, he got another setback in practice the other day, but that injury and the Rondo injury are the two things that are helping LA and OKC as far as from a.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And
Now, what's also, I'm
continuity
telling you,
standpoint.
the injury, what's going on in Golden State has helped them too.
16-9,
Because,
won a game out
because
of
Chick
all
is
that
back.
little drama
Chicken
they
is
went
back.
through when KD and Draymond,
The babyface assassin is back.
Steph got hurt at that same time. All that, and I think Big Boy for them just got it. He's out for the year.
Which one?
The big center that they had that was starting for him. I forget his name. It'll come to me. In a
Really?
minute. Yeah, he's out. He's out for the year. Tore his pec.
All
I mean,
these pecs.
Golden State got a lot going on right now. But I'm telling you, Steph is back. DeMarcus Cousins isn't too far away.
Oh, they
not
say
too
he's
far away.
practicing. He's practicing
Right.
almost
He's not
full
too
fledged.
far
And
away.
he'll be ready.
Draymond will be back
Christmas
soon.
time?
Dude,
They'll be ready to rock,
the
man.
West,
I'm telling you.
10
the West
teams.
is Golden State.
Doug, what you think?
They have 10 teams.
500.
They have 10 teams at or better than 500. 10 teams within 4.5 games of first. The 10 seed is 4.5 games out of first place.
Yeah.
And there's 3 teams that are 5 out.
But it was like that last year.
Yeah.
Golden State and Houston ran away with it, but from 3 to like 10 or 11, it was about a 2 to 3 game difference, and it went all the way down to the wire.
But
Houston-
don't you
Houston's
think
gonna
some of
be-
this
do
is-
it again.
Don't
Huh?
you think some of this is Golden State's just bored with the regular season?
I don't think so. I think maybe it could be. You might be right. I think they've won
Just get
for
to the
so
playoffs.
long, man. I
Just
think
get
they
to the
just want to
playoffs,
get to the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, but there's
You know
bad
what I
matchups. I think there's also there's teams that are potentially good enough to pick their slot. Golden State's good enough to pick their slot, but the key for the Lakers was what we talked about before the season started. The key for the Lakers was to accumulate those wins. They have to get wins at all throughout the season. They
When
got to
they
pile
start to
them
win.
up. Yeah, in order for them to make the playoffs, because they can't count on coming down the stretch when all of a sudden teams like Golden State, probably the Clippers, probably like the Thunder, probably the
Clippers been a
Pelicans,
surprise.
they're gonna turn it on.
Doc Rivers doing a great job.
You gotta you're not getting everyone's best game.
Gallinari is the difference, I think.
We're seeing the effects of the NBA and the whole idea of resting guys. Guys are taking nights off.
Yeah.
There are wins to be had, and to me, you look at the Lakers record right now, and I think that there's some really sneaky wins in there, and I think that's what they're going to need. Yeah. You
Jason
got to be able to
Voorhees.
win when a guy's putting Chris Paul on the bench, or when Kawhi takes a night off, or when Anthony Davis is taking a night
sure.
off. You have to win those games.
My last thing before we exit this NBA section, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he's good.
Kawhi Leonard, I was one of the many people that
Product of
thought
the system.
he was a product, Doug, a product of pop system, and wasn't ready to be
The guy.
ascended to that guy. And he's proven me and all the naysayers
All the way
wrong.
that guy.
He is the guy, looking like an MVP. I mean, he's taking a leadership role.
Looks like he's enjoying himself out there.
Exactly. And they're resting him when they rest, and he comes right back like gangbusters. Kawhi Leonard is a special two-way player, and he just signed a big, huge deal. I haven't seen the numbers, but they have to be astronomical with New Balance. If that's not a blue collar, bring your lunch pail to work type of endorsement deal.
I just hope we bring the 995s back.
Absolutely. You know what I mean?
But you know the thing I like about Kawhi's game, man, is Kawhi is not flashy.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
New Balance.
Kawhi doesn't do a lot to whoa you to oh my God. He doesn't make you come out your seat.
New
He's not
Balance.
going to do a lot of crazy stuff and a lot of great handle type thing or
No
but
air
he's
bubble.
just he knows how to play angles. I mean, he's very good at using his body. He's very crafty with the ball. He's a very he's a silent assassin. And then he'll give you everything he's got to offer. And then on the defensive end, he gives people hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Kev, his signature shoe is going to be one color. That tells you all of it. He's not worried about how he look.
right.
His signature shoe is going to be one color, and it's
all
going to
of
be
that.
a very boring color. You're going to have a white pair,
And a
a black pair.
Where do you get that laugh from, though?
Hey, let's get to college real quick. I want to touch on
touch on the Terps.
now. Maryland Terrapins cracked the top 25. We all know that. They were 24th. I went to the game. They were 24th going into was it Wednesday? They played UVA, who was 4th at the time. The atmosphere was unreal. You know, to see the Xfinity Center looking like that was really good. It was because the first it may have been the strength of schedule or lack thereof from the beginning of the season, but a couple of their early games, it was half empty. The crowd wasn't really behind them. Blame it on fall break or whatever. But that game right there was 18,000 strong. A lot of alumni, a lot of former players in there. The mood and the atmosphere. Doug, you were there too. I saw you at the game. The atmosphere was electric, and it was Maryland basketball, which was good to see. And they were, playing against a powerhouse. But you used to see that all the time when they were in the ACC.
Yeah.
But in the top 25, the Big Ten has 8 teams in there right now.
Yeah.
8.
I'm gonna tell you this though.
So
I didn't get a chance to go to the game, but I saw it on TV, and that is the type of atmosphere. That's an ACC atmosphere.
Right.
I don't care what anybody says about Maryland being in the Big Ten. That. Maryland is always going to be an ACC school. And anybody who thinks about Maryland, anybody who recognizes Maryland, knows that. So when you get a chance to get a UVA or any kind of ACC school in your building, you are going to turn it up because there's a lot of memories, there's a lot of emotions.
So the ACC
that go
Big
into
Ten
it.
challenge to Maryland
It's
is
a
just a
bigger deal.
conference game.
It's a conference game.
It's a conference game.
It's a conference
right?
game. And that's the way I saw it. I saw it as, I remember playing against UVA and, there wasn't a big rivalry because, everybody, but it was Maryland, UVA, not too far away. You know what I mean? So I guess it was kind of a little bit of a rivalry.
Yeah,
in
it's
their
the
own way
closest
'cause it's
proximity
close.
school within
right.
the conference.
So you're going to get, anytime
there were
there's
a lot
an
of Virginia
ACC
fans there,
Big
too.
Ten, ACC Big Ten, and Maryland is playing at home, the next time they may play Duke or whoever, you are going to see a crowd like you've never seen. And that includes when they play Big Ten games at home.
Yep.
There's just another level when Maryland plays
Because
an
the Penn State
ACC
game
school.
was- Penn State
You
game
know
was
what I mean?
different.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. It's electric. That's why you're going to see all those people there because they still have those fond memories of Maryland being in the ACC. And so when they see an ACC school come to College Park, it's going to, I don't care who, it could be Clemson,
So
it could
here's
be
my
anybody.
point. It's great that you said that too. My point is they came into that game 24th, right? They lost by 5, scored 71 points on by far the best defensive team in the country.
Yeah.
And have been for years under Tony Bennett with that pack line. It's incredible. And UVA played almost a flawless game. They only had 2 turnovers the entire game, and both of them were offensive fouls.
That's
So they did not. There were no live ball turnovers. They took care of the ball.
That's unreal.
They played
unreal.
almost a perfect game offensively, and Maryland scored 71 points on them, which is a great sign. And I don't know. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that maybe Duke, but I don't think anybody else is going to score 71 points on UVA
No.
all year long. So it was a good showing. So they turn around and beat Penn State this past weekend, and they climbed up a
It was
spot.
their first
Yeah,
first time defeating a ranked team in 5 years.
I think that was a big
Was it?
win for him.
Wow.
Because a lot of times what would happen is, if Maryland,
Bruno's
if you
playing
lose
incredible
If you lose
right
a
now.
game like that, against UVA, it's an emotional game. Takes a lot out of you. When you really figure out if you have a good team, is how they respond the
Bounce
next
back
game.
Yes.
And for them to come back in a conference game at home and win that game, that says a lot about them. That says that they have the capabilities of being able to stay in this thing for a long time. But like you said, Darren, yeah, I mean, just a couple things about Maryland that I had a chance to take a look at. Bruno's playing awesome. I mean, he's had 3 straight double-doubles.
Yeah.
Anthony's playing very well. Bruno's averaging 15 and 10.
He's
And
shooting
Anthony's
about
playing very well.
65% from the
Yeah.
field,
And he's shooting free throws well, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's shooting free throws well. Anthony's playing well, too. I think he's starting to mature a lot. I think, that's, not to say he was an immature player, but sometimes when you get older, the game slows down for you a little bit, and you're able to kind of see different things. You see the game in a different way.
And pick your spots.
You pick your spots, and you don't necessarily have to go out and get it all at once. You can pick your chances, pick when you want to go get it. You know what I mean?
Juice, let me tell you, not to interrupt you, but let me tell you one thing that stuck out to me is I wanted to see how these young freshmen were going to step in and how that continuity was going to work.
Right.
Because they're a very young team. And with Cowan being the elder statesman, he's only a junior.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you've got
And Bruno's
young
only a
guys
sophomore,
that have to step up and play big minutes, but you've got heralded guys that are able to step into those roles, guys
Right.
like Sticks, like Jalen Smith,
Right.
that can play these big important minutes because they've been doing that for a while.
Right.
And I'm biased to the EYBL, of course. It's the best AAU atmosphere and grassroots atmosphere that there is. But to play in those kind of games, you're ready. You're ready. And at Mount St.
And you
Joe's, he played in some
played
important
against
games.
those guys already.
Right. These are guys that you've already played against. So you're not a fish out of water. You're not a young pup. You grow up fast, and you're doing that at the grassroots level. So a guy like Jalen Smith, a guy like Wiggins, a guy like Ayala, these guys have played in big games, these butter popcorn games. So it's paying off for Maryland. You know what I mean? So a game like Virginia, if I'm not one big on moral victories, but if you can come within
build off of-
5,
you
you
can
can
build
build off of that
can
with
build off
young
that.
guys.
Yeah.
Wiggins came in and made some big shots.
Yeah.
Ayala made some big shots. Even the young kid, Serial, the young guy from Florida,
Serial Smith,
he
yeah.
came in and played well, lockdown defense. So those things are going to go a long way when it gets to the second half.
We're going to see
half
the
of the
next
season.
game. We're going to see the next game. They play Purdue.
Yeah, that's a big one coming Thursday
At
Purdue.
At Purdue. And if they can find a way to win that game, then then now we're looking at something.
Yeah, Purdue is 5
Because
and
Purdue
3.
is a very, very tough place to play. Purdue was giving Maryland problems ever since they got into the Big Ten. Purdue was
Yeah.
just the way they play. They're big,
And Edwards is
and
the
then
first team
you know what I mean.
All-American,
And
too.
then so that's going to be a big game for Maryland. If they can find a way to go to Purdue and get that win, that's going to be an
big game for
eye-opener.
Ant.
That's a
Big game for Ant
That's a
Cowan.
big
Big game
That's
for
a
Ant
big
Cowan.
game.
So what an early preseason thing, but I don't want people to sleep on coming back on Saturday and hosting
Sister Jean?
Loyola Chicago. They go Loyola because then they play my alma mater,
Then they play
Greyhounds.
Loyola Greyhounds.
I just
Shout
think
out,
that's a cool-
no. Shout out to my former player and former takeover guy, Andrew Kosteka.
Yeah.
2-time. The last 2 weeks, he's been player of the week in the Patriot League.
And Brendan Strong.
For-
And yes,
My boys.
and Brendan Strong is doing it. They are doing a great job over there with a new bunch, and they're building around Andrew. So, I'll be excited to see that game when Loyola plays Maryland too. But Maryland's had a lot of home cooking. They've played a bunch of games at at the Xfinity, but they have to go to Purdue, like you said, Juice.
Right.
We'll see.
So we'll see after that game.
Andrew
Then they got a couple.
Costa.
They got about 3 or 4 games. Hoping that they can win.
Clark
So
Stecker.
we'll
Yes.
see. It's a big game against on Thursday against Purdue. That's a game.
Let's get to this high school.
All right.
Look,
Let's go.
I'm excited, man. It's here, Doug. It's here.
It is here.
It's here, and
It seemed like it just ended.
Best high school
Right.
basketball in the country.
I travel the country and I've seen a lot of these kids play. It's hands down.
It's the best competition.
Yeah, it's the best basketball. I think somebody came up with a social media posting about 3 weeks ago where top 5 places for Division I players. Maryland was 1, the state of Virginia was 2, and the city of Washington, D.C. was 5.
Wow.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you
Boys
can
and girls.
imagine.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls, yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
And talking to college coaches, they are just salivating
Yeah.
at this area. You know, New York used to be the mecca, and I know a bunch of athletes come out of California or Florida. And there are a lot of places that play good basketball, but in such a small area like ours, like our home, you have top-notch talent.
McDonald's All-Americans.
Yes, it's
First
you know,
round, number 1 pick.
it's mind-boggling.
Right.
But we play a great brand of basketball here. We have great coaches.
Yep.
We've got pedigree. We've got history. You know what I mean? This area,
And you got parents that invest in
absolutely.
development of their child. They see it as an investment now.
And all season long, you'll be coming to First Amendment Sports on this YouTube channel. Please
We're
subscribe.
gonna be covering them too, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. For
sure.
We get
We're gonna be
notifications.
covering it.
We're
We're
going
gonna
to
be
be
covering the
broadcasting
WCAC.
WCAC basketball games live. Want to put out, we have a goal at First Amendment Sports. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're halfway there.
You know what though?
Help
I'm
us
gonna tell
get
you
there.
this.
Hit the button.
I'm gonna tell you this about the area as far as high school basketball. I think one of the things that drives this area in regards to the talent is kind of within the DMV. I mean, you have, and it says DMV for a reason.
Yep.
You have the district, you have Maryland, and you have Virginia. And so with all those 3 areas, there's competition within
Yeah,
those
each one
3
has
areas.
their swag.
Yeah.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? So there's
Yeah.
competition between those 3 areas that drives players to be better. You know what I mean? Like I remember when we were in school, DC didn't like Maryland. Maryland didn't like DC. Like it was almost like a competitive thing going on about who had the better basketball players, Maryland or DC.
And Northern
then you had
Virginia was
Northern
dynamite,
Virginia.
but they were an afterthought.
They were an afterthought. And
In
so
Baltimore,
now,
it
right.
wasn't even.
Right. So when you
Consider-
combine all 3 of those areas and they're all looked to as one area, but within that one area, you have competition. You have competition, and that's what I think drives a lot of these kids to the
raises
point
the bar.
where it raises the bar.
sure.
It raises the bar.
I tell people this all the time that this may be the one area where you can reach out and touch the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
With
Yeah.
Victor Oladipo,
Right.
Grant
There's
Brothers,
so many of them.
Quinn
yeah.
Cook, Josh Hart.
Right.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin
Yeah,
Durant.
you're,
Michael
You're
Beasley.
one person away
Like
from
there's
really
so
knowing
many of them.
those
There's
shots,
so many
you
of
know,
them.
so,
There's so many of them, and so it's.
But that's
unreal.
also like you said, it raises the bar, and it this next generation, they were in the gym watching these guys, and now they're watching them on TV, and they're like, they're going to these schools, the same schools that those NBA players went to, and they're like, I'm gonna be the next one,
Right.
and that pushes them,
Right.
them. So and our guys that are up there at that level, they come
They
back,
reach
they
back.
give
They
back,
reach
they
back.
reach back, like
Yeah.
like you said.
Right.
So,
Golden
we-
State has 3 players from PG County.
Wow, the best
That's-
team in the
yeah.
NBA. Yeah.
So think
Play,
about
and
that.
playing
Right.
significant. I mean, playing a lot of minutes, playing
love that.
significant for them. You know what I mean? It's
Speaking of the
crazy.
highest level, Doug, tell us a little bit about this Hoop Fest. Tell the listeners a little bit about this Hoop Fest. I know all about it.
Right.
What is coming this weekend?
We got the 12th annual ARS Rescue Rooter High School Hoop Fest at the Mather. Friday nights, the first time we've done 3 nights of 3
Yeah.
days of basketball.
It's usually a Saturday, Sunday,
It's
right?
usually Saturday, Sunday, but we had a chance of getting the number 1 and the number 2 team in the country to play back to back. So we got Montverde and IMG Playing on Friday night. IMG's gonna play Wilson.
Okay.
Which
And Wilson won the Triple Crown last
yeah,
year.
they did with the Mitchell twins. It's going to Maryland.
Yep.
And then we got Sunrise Christian, which is a top 10 team in the country with probably number 1 center, playing Mount Verde.
Okay.
And then the game before that, we got Archbishop Carroll playing Holy Spirit, and Holy Spirit has the number 1 player in the country, and Anthony Edwards. So Friday night's gonna be great. And then we come back on Saturday with
Holy Spirit, they're out of
Atlanta, Georgia. Yep. Anthony
They're
Edwards.
coached by Ty. Is it Ty Alexander? That's Chuck Drizel's nephew, Lefty Drizel's grandson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So then we coming back on Saturday with Rock Creek Academy and Cesar Chavez. Then we got Roman Catholic, historical program out of Philly.
Out of Philly,
Yep. And they're going to play, Archbishop Carroll's going to play twice. Then we have Nicolette out of Wisconsin. First time we've had a team from Wisconsin.
Okay.
To come down, they got the number 1 point guard in the 2020 class, Jalen Johnson, 6'8".
Wow.
Point guard.
6'8" point guard.
So
That's dangerous.
They're going to play St. John's.
Think about all of this great basketball, high level prospects. These are your next guys that you're going to see right? And they're all under one roof, at an event like this.
Yeah. And then we still got Paul VI and DeMatha.
Your household names. DeMatha, what are they ranked right now?
Number 5 in the country. So in this event, we got 5 teams that's ranked in the top 15 in the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
this is must see TV.
Yeah, and tickets are still available. $15 at the door.
Friday, Saturday. And
How
Sunday.
do they get tickets at the door
at
or
the door now? It's the only way you can get tickets.
Okay.
The online has sold out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm sure.
I
I can
would
imagine.
say get there early.
I can imagine. That's good
And
stuff.
what time?
man.
What
That's
time
good
do they get
stuff.
started on Friday night?
5:30 on Saturday, noon on
5:30 on Friday.
Friday,
Okay.
and then noon on Saturday and Sunday.
All right.
I mean, all day.
All day.
All day Saturday, and really all day Sunday.
That's good.
And
man.
there's not one
It's
cotton
not a-
candy game.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I'm looking
Not
for
a
my boy
dub.
Vini to lay something down on Sunday afternoon, if possible.
They play us.
yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's a really good game.
Tune in. It's gonna be a great game.
All right. It's good stuff.
One of these days, we got to. Is someone broadcasting this tournament?
Monumental Sports. is gonna
The whole
broadcast
thing?
it this year.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about
Hey,
that.
next,
definitely
hey, come on, man. That's when we got to get in
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
We
gotta get
Next
in
year,
there, man.
We're going to get in there.
All right.
When you come to watch the Bullets game, let me give a shout out. We have 3 dynamic young fellas in our backcourt. We've got Eric Reynolds, Rodney Rice, which is Rodney's a freshman. Eric Reynolds and Cole Hannon are both sophomores. We're young in the backcourt, but these guys can really play. So it's gonna be fun going against McNamara. But you stick around and then you're gonna see DeMatha play the nightcap. DeMatha
Roman
plays
Catholic that
Roman
night.
Catholic.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah,
We'll see. Had to get out there. Get out there this weekend.
for sure.
so Doug, before we go, I want let's
Before we give me your
touched on
5.
this WCAC a little bit in spectacular.
Can I change?
Yes, you can change your preseason rankings. Tell me
It's
why.
not, it's season.
Tell me
it's in
why.
season now.
After game 1, yeah.
After game 1, why are you?
Well, I
changing.
had I picked O'Connell to finish second in the WCAC, and I know it's 1 game out of 18 games, but to me, 1 game means a lot, and it sends a message. Paul VI went into O'Connell tonight, down 25 points in the 3rd quarter,
Without
without
Roach, without
the best backcourt
Harris.
in the country without Roach and Harris, and won by 3
That's huge.
at O'Connell.
That's a testament to their coaching staff,
And the
their
kid
depth,
next guy up,
and
yeah.
next guy up. We always say that next guy up. You don't want those unfortunate injuries like that, but
Little Doug.
you've got
Little Doug, yeah.
you've got
Trevor
guys
Diggs.
that are, when you have depth and you're layered like that as a team, you got guys that are just ready and waiting for their opportunity.
Right, and I'm sure a lot of people have written Paul VI off, and I know
So who's
those
your
kids.
who's your ranking? So
I had
give me who you got.
6 through 1. I had St. John's at 6.
Okay.
Paul VI at 5. McNamara at 4. Gonzaga at 3. O'Connell at 2, and DeMatha at 1. DeMatha's defending champ, returning all 5 starters, number 5 in the country.
Returning their top 7.
Yeah, and truly have a difference maker in Hunter Dickerson at 7-1. So that I think it's theirs to win, and then everybody else has to. But any given night in Juice, that you're playing that.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen.
Doug,
Anything can happen.
give me an early in the season must-see game. Are we covering one next Friday, right?
We're hoping to. We haven't got it locked down yet.
I would say next Tuesday night,
Okay.
DeMatha at O'Connell.
Ooh.
I think
At
that's it.
O'Connell.
At O'Connell.
Okay.
Okay.
O'Connell's a tough place to play.
It is. So it's going to be the first road test for DeMatha.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing some tough games this weekend, but to go on the road in WCAC
So this
is
is
a different.
after the Hoop Fest.
After
They
the
got to
Hoop
turn
Fest.
right back around 2
Right.
days later and
Yeah.
Play
play.
a conference game against O'Connell.
At O'Connell.
It's
Wow.
tough.
Okay.
That's real tough.
Okay.
Next question. Give me 2 players that you see having a breakthrough season this year.
Because of the injuries at PVI
Okay.
to Roach and Harris, I think the freshman point guard Nasir McDaniel, Lil Doug,
Okay.
will
He's already stepped up and had
Yeah.
some
great games. so
handled
far.
the pressure,
Yeah, some great games so far.
distributing the ball, and scoring a little bit too.
Yeah.
There's people coming into this league as freshmen who can play. I mean, that's,
Absolutely.
And that's the expectation.
Yeah.
As a freshman, the expectation is I'm gonna come in
on a
and
program
play.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
you got Lil Doug and
my next guy will probably be Mekhi Long transferring back into the conference. Played
over at
Gonzaga,
McNamara.
Played at McNamara,
Had a dynamite game too.
21-17.
6'7" wing. He's headed to Rhode
Rhode
Island.
Island. So yeah, those are my 2 players. That
Okay.
probably be-
My two would be Darius Maddox at St. John's. He coming off an incredible
awesome summer.
playing with Team Durant. And Trevor Keels. Trevor Keels, he had a very, very good freshman season last year at PVI. Had a great summer playing for you.
Yes, he did.
Playing up on your 16 and under squad.
Yep.
And again, with the injuries, he and little X Xavier
Yep.
are thrust into some more
bigger
prominent
role.
bigger
Yep.
roles.
Yep.
So I see Trevor Keels can handle anything that's thrown his way. He's shown that he's a Team USA participant. And he's the goods.
Yeah,
you know what I
he-
mean? So
So he's
those are
going
my
in-
2 breakout seasons this year. It's gonna be exciting, man. The best conference in the country, and not let's not just say the best conference, which we all know, but
Best basketball.
the best basketball. This whole area,
And-
Yep.
the
and that's-
IAC, the MAC. You know what I mean? Public schools are getting stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the attraction for us with Keith Stevens and Separation Sports is getting these national teams in.
Right.
They want to play WCAC
yes,
teams.
they do.
Right.
Oh,
That's
yes.
that's the draw. They always want to play
Right.
the WCAC
Right.
team. So it's I think kids outside of this area also recognize
Absolutely.
what's going on in this area
Right.
too.
Right.
Well, you want
All right.
to do a little give me your 5?
What you
Get
got?
this out?
What you got?
So I had this is an old one.
Lord,
This is an old one, but I'm putting it in as top 5. Give me your 5 best rappers turned actors.
Oh, number 1.
Number 1.
Rappers turn. Ice
No.
Cube.
That's
LL.
top 5. He's not in my top
LL.
5. He's not top 5.
He's not.
LL's top 5 rappers turned actors. Let's talk about some other guys before you say LL.
I
What
said
you
Ice
mean?
Cube.
Ice Cube for sure. Will Smith is up there.
LL was next to Debbie Allen, and what?
And was the number 1 rapper.
Yes,
I would even.
I'm
put-
like Jaws. My hat is like a shark's fin, and all of a sudden you next to Debbie Allen, and what's Lil Mama's name? She was in that show too. You remember he was the housekeeper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Former professional athlete.
Right.
Yeah. and-
Maybe I was watching that show for the wrong reason, but that LL, Ice Cube,
Ice
Fresh
T.
Prince.
Ice T.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Ice-T.
And Mos Def, by the way, is an awesome actor. His characters in movies.
T.I.'s not bad.
And T.I. rounds out my top 5.
Yeah.
But Mos Def, he was great in
Knock it
Italian
off, Tim,
Job.
with
16
Coolio.
blocks.
Knock it off with
16 blocks.
Coolio.
And Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That's right.
Wait a minute. So wait. Are we talking about like when they
Rappers
act like?
turn actors.
No, I know,
Rappers
but I'm
turn
saying
actors.
actors like did they have?
Prominent roles.
Were they prominent role
Yes,
actors?
all these guys we're talking about were prominent roles. Ice Cube, prominent role. Friday.
No,
was a
I know
big
that,
deal.
but I mean T.I.
T.I. was great.
He was on
He's
ATL.
an Ant-Man.
He was on ATL.
Deuces.
He was on Okay,
He's got a recurring character in a Marvel
American
movie.
Gangster.
that's true. He was on American Gang. What else movie
He was
he
Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
in? What was that movie he was in when they were robbing the banks?
Deuces.
That wasn't Deuces. Was that Deuces?
Chris Brown. Idris Elba.
Michael Ealy was in it.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Dude, T.I. he's
Walker.
hilarious.
Eminem, 8 Mile.
Can't be a one-hit wonder though.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
one hit wonder.
I got one. I'm gonna go Eve.
All right.
Did you watch her show?
Queen Latifah.
Queen
I was gonna say
Latifah.
Queen Latifah is in a lot of top
Queen
fives.
Latifah. Set it off.
Did you watch Eve's show?
Not really.
It was long. It was running for a long time.
No, it was. It was.
I watched it.
She was good in barbershop.
Shout out to Eve.
Yeah.
Eve can act.
What about Common? He's been all over the place.
Common has
Common
been
can
all-
do whatever he
Common's-
want to do.
Yeah, Common's
can
good.
do whatever
man.
he want to do.
Common's good.
He's
I
talented.
give you Common.
There you go.
He's been in a lot of
I'm gonna
movies.
say Queen Latifah's number one though.
She's up there. She's been in everything.
Ice Cube and Queen
Does
Latifah.
Eddie Murphy count as a rapper?
No. man.
No.
He got a couple albums, don't he?
What are you talking
Don't
about?
he?
man?
He got a couple
Yeah,
albums.
comedy albums, dude.
Boogie your butt.
Boogie your butt. Oh yeah, boogie in your butt.
He said this.
That's amazing.
Did y'all say Bow Wow?
Nah.
Stop.
No, but he is on the
Knock
list.
it off.
He's been on lists for sure.
Bow Wow ain't on there, man.
Nah.
Why little Bow Wow ain't on there?
Remember when Jordan had the Gatorade or the McDonald's commercial? Stop it. Get some help. You remember? Stop it, man. Stop.
But he is on some lists.
what's
Andre
wrong?
3000.
Jordan had hair in that commercial too. Remember? Stop it.
Bow Wow, Shad Moss is on the
Bow Wow
list.
gotta be on
Robert
there, man.
Diggs, aka Riz, is on
No.
the list.
No.
Ludacris
Luda.
is on the list.
Luda.
Eve is
Peripheral.
on the
Skinny
list.
man.
Eve's on the list.
Ice-T
Ice T's on the
Skinny
on
list.
the
man.
list. Marky
Marky Mark.
Who?
What you mean who?
Marky
Mark-
Mark.
Boogie
Marky-
Nights?
Yes.
Yeah.
My man.
Yes.
I forgot about
Marky Mark and the fun
Oh,
fun,
yeah, yeah,
Funky
yeah,
He's
Bunch.
known for acting more than
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dirk Diggler.
yeah. So there you go.
My man.
All right, that's
There
a
you
good
go.
one. That's good. There you go.
All right, you guys. I appreciate your time on this Tuesday
Absolutely.
night.
That was fun, man.
Doug Martin, thanks for hanging out with us.
thanks for having me.
Come
all
out
night
this
long.
weekend to
Got
DeMatha
to see
High
it.
School.
Got to see it.
Hoop Fest.
Basketball like you have not
This is a
seen it.
crazy list of man. I mean, this is like if you care about this stuff, this is ridiculous.
That's where you want to go, man.
That's unbelievable. I'm just enjoying just reading the
Hold
matchups.
on to that, Ken.
I'm
Look
gonna
at the
hold
back.
on to
Look at the
it.
flip
I know,
side.
these-
That's
these
like
players.
the playbill. Woo. Yes.
a lot
Look
of
who
one and-
would be in the
There's
building.
a lot of one and dones on it.
Oh my goodness.
Check them out.
Are those just
DeMatha.
games, man? It's not like a tournament. It's just games.
Showcase games.
Just showcase. They're
Showcase
just balling.
games.
Yeah.
I was
Who's
there.
playing on Sunday?
McNamara's playing on Sunday, dog.
National
McNamara
Christian
Bullets.
Academy,
3:30.
First Love, McNamara Bullets, Paul is 6, Nicolette,
Okay.
DeMatha, Roman Catholic.
I'm gonna have to come Sunday and bring my son.
There you go.
Couple years ago, I watched Colin Sexton put on a show at this very same event.
Yep. Jason
Put
Tatum,
on a show, and Jason Tatum,
Terrence Ferguson,
Terrence Ferguson.
Markel Folks. Yeah.
Yeah, this is bring nephew.
Okay, I'll bring him on Sunday.
He's
Bring
Kevin
that-
McLinton.
Shout out to Markel Folks, man. Let's get that shoulder right, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got
That thoracic
sure,
is
sure.
thoracic,
Thoracic Park.
Yeah, something like that.
That's where he needs to go.
gotta
He needs
get
to go
him
to
right,
Thoracic
man.
Park.
Shout out to Dwight Howard. Get your hind parts right, man. We need to make these playoffs, man.
He's Darren McLinton
Man,
talking about his hind pies.
Froghorn. Listen, I'm glad y'all let me get some stuff off my chest, man. Do not curl. You're trying to curl and make it into the Beijing Winter Olympics, man. 2022.
You
I
just
don't
made
know,
me.
man.
I've never
I'll
been
see
more
y'all
excited.
next Tuesday, man. I had something else to get off my chest too.
He's Doug Martin.
Appreciate you for having me.
until next Tuesday night, and on behalf of First Amendment Sports, I'm Ken Meringolo.
Hey man, hold up, man. Let's make sure
Oh.
my man Arthur Posey, man.
Okay.
We gotta get my man again. Let's pray for Arthur Posey, man.
Yeah.
Let's pray for him. Let's pray for Arthur, man.
Tell him like this. Your
Let's go,
Honor,
Arthur, man. Go to the. Well, you
listen,
gotta go to stay home, man. Stay home.
I meant to ask for some Febreze. That's instead of saying I'm gonna blow this bathroom up, I meant to ask for some
Arthur
Febreze.
Posey, man.
Please be lenient
Please
in your
pray
judgment.
for this man, man.
Free Arthur
Please pray
Posey.
for
Free
Arthur
Arthur
Posey,
Posey.
man. You know,
You just don't walk up to a random stranger and woman who's working behind the
he
counter.
was trying. He was joking, man. He was trying to have a little fun with
Bathroom,
him,
the
man.
bathroom
We always say,
wasn't over khaki
And
corner,
the
man.
bathroom
that's all
key was
we
on the
say, man.
hubcap.
Yes.
Arthur Posey, man. Arthur
What's
Posey.
the name of the chicken shack?
Willie's, yo. Willie's, son.
Willie's.
Willie's.
We're definitely going to look into the existence of any khaki corners
Willie's,
anywhere
drop the
in this-
charges,
in-
Willie's.
on this entire world.
Drop the charges.
Because I've got to be honest, I'm going to agree with you. If something's in a khaki corner, you just got to leave it alone.
Yes. Posey was just trying to do his due diligence. Willie's, you know,
All right. On behalf of Willie's
Hey,
and
man.
Arthur
and Texas
Posey.
Pete.
Arthur
Free
Posey.
Arthur Posey.
Free Arthur Posey,
Look
man.
at that mug shot.
That ain't his first one.
Yeah, definitely not his first one. He is mad too. He's like, man, for this?
I think you just walk out of if
Oh,
something
Come
like
on,
that
kid,
says
get us out of here,
I'm
man.
out. Hey,
I'm
listen.
sorry. I know you trying to get us out, man. I just
I appreciate you
You're my
guys.
man.
We'll be back next week.
All
Until
right.
then, this was.
the hot box.
Appreciate you.
Good night.
All right, we're still live. Don't be saying nothing crazy. We're still live.
Doug, you stay with the
Arthur
quick one.
Posey, man.
Thank God bless you. Good night.
Right, he keep it quick, though.
Yeah, you do.
Thanks for having me.
You got the eye on me over there.
Yeah.
Akake's a long way away.
Long. Oh, my fault. Jokic got fined.